How's it going, guys? Back on NASCAR E2 in our career mode. I think we're on part 22 or whatever part we are on. It's been many episodes so far, and this season that we are in, the Xfinity Series, if you didn't see the last race, go check it out. I highly recommend it, and then come back to this one. Okay, hopefully you're back, because this season is going to be very different. We're probably going to struggle. Now, we did win a race, but that was pretty much out of luck, so that might be one of our only race wins the season if we can just kind of maintain at the moment. Maybe we could win more if we get the car to be a little bit faster, but in a 3-star car, our car is just not that good. It's pretty poor. Wasn't expecting it to be that poor. Ever since the game was updated, I think it's definitely gotten a little bit more difficult. But being in a 3-star car kind of plays to that as well, but it has gotten a little bit more difficult, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, so we're going to go to the next race, and it is going to be at Las Vegas. The settings right now are at 13%, just because I think 13% is just a good length for races right now. And we have to, I think it's ×2 wear and no stage racing, because the stage racing, that's why we got the win at Atlanta, is just because of the stage racing messing up the pit strategy for the AI. So don't want to deal with that. We're just going to do 13%. I'm going to work on a custom setup here. I'm going to practice a little bit and try to make the car as fast as I can, because we are going to not be that great, and we're gonna have to really struggle and fight here to get some solid finishes, and playoff points matter. If our car is gonna be like this for the entire season, we gotta treat the entire season differently than what we did to the Truck Series. Truck Series was just pretty easy. This season we're running 30th pretty much, so it's gonna be pretty difficult. Let's see what we can do at Vegas. Coming out of turn 4 on our qualifying lap, I literally held that thing full throttle around the entire track, and we qualified pretty decently. 30th. I mean, that's, for our car, it's not terrible. So that was not awful. So 30th place is where we have qualified. There's the rest of your qualifying results, and we will move on. Change the setup back to a career race, and now we'll see what we could do. So 30th place, here we go. Green flag is out at Las Vegas. Let's see how many laps we have in this race. We have 26. Enough time to get up to the front if the car is fast enough. Not expecting it to be, but we do have a custom setup in this thing, as looks like the 2 is looking down low on us, and we're already in the middle of 3 wide. But the custom setup can only do so much, as I can improve the handling, but the speed, not as much. The engine is only going to give us a certain amount of speed. But I've definitely made this thing a little bit looser, as we are definitely nailing Dakota Armstrong many times, and now we have a little bit of front end damage because of that, but that is okay. We're going to keep going here. We're in the middle of 3 wide with Ryan Sieg and Dakota Armstrong. 25 laps to go. I can definitely drive it in deeper than these guys, I think. But we just have nowhere to go at the moment. Going to give Chastain a little bit of a bump, try to get him pushed ahead a little bit. And we're going to just stay here. There's no need to try to force it to the bottom just yet. And I'm going to try to get Chastain up the track, and we're going to force our way into that hole right there. That was a very aggressive move. I'm going to be driving very aggressively from here on out, because it's no longer a point of we're the fastest car. We are definitely not. So we're going to have to be very aggressive to make our way up through the field. Keselowski's going to really guard the bottom there. I wanted to go below him, but he just blocked that. We had a check up there, and Bubba Wallace is going to get below us. But we are doing much better already at Vegas with the custom setup than we were doing at Atlanta. So this is much better news here. On the outside of Bubba Wallace, we're going to go around the high side. Because of the custom setup, we could definitely hold it. We don't have to get out of the throttle, so we are able to stay in it, and the car feels pretty good. Hopefully the tires won't wear out. I'm pretty aggressive on the camber and stuff, so hopefully the tires won't wear out too quickly. But for right now, we can actually run this second lane, stay full throttle, and we are definitely making up a lot of time. On the high side of Casey Kane in the 88, we're just going to keep going. Look at that run. Look at that run. Custom setup, you are beautiful. This is really the first time I'm starting to actually use custom setups. I've always known how to use custom setups. I just chose not to because it would make me too fast. But the fact is, we were too slow. So now it's time to pull out the custom setups and see if we can definitely gain speed. I saw some of you guys' comments as well saying use the custom setup. Well, I'm listening to you guys. We're going to start using the custom setups. And this is what it can do. It can definitely give us just drivability that we did not have before. We don't technically have a faster car in terms of engine speed, in terms of horsepower, but we do have a faster car in the corners. I mean, look, we're losing time on the straightaways. That's no big surprise there, but entering turn 1, I'm going to hold this thing full throttle, don't even lift. And, well, now the tires are starting to wear a little bit, so I had to lift a little bit as we slide up the track, but we're able to gain a lot of time on this high side. I'm going to now go to the bottom if we can, or Hemrick is going to be right there, so we're just going to stay on the high side here as we're making up time. Going to try to move to the bottom. Ryan Reed just cut right down in there. I was going to try to see if we could get below him, but that was not going to work. We have 4% aero damage. Got to be a little bit careful on the bumping with the front of the car. You guys can probably see there's the damage on the hood. So we got to be a little bit careful there. 2.7 seconds to the leader. Definitely a much better car than what I was expecting to have. And we are continuing to move up the field. Let's see if we can go 3 wide on the bottom. Going to get in this draft a little bit. As we don't have the straightaway speed, we're going to try to go 3 wide as we enter the corner. Going to force our way down there, and we're going to get that pass made. Cole Custer, I hit him right in the left rear quarter panel, and that's going to probably spin him out. And that is my fault. He somehow saves it. I don't know how he saved that. That's amazing. I didn't want to hit him again because that was my fault. Block the 33. Don't let him get the run. Coming down on the inside, he's going to try to peek down there. He's going to force his way down there, and we're not going to be able to hold him off, as the 21 of Hemrick is also trying to get 3 wide through the middle. We're not going to allow that. I think we have more. No, we still only have 4% damage. So very eventful race so far. Side by side with Daniel Suarez. Going to go on the high side here. Carry that momentum. And now we're going to be on the outside of Ryan Reed. 3.9 seconds behind the leader. Let's see if we can clear Ryan Reed heading into turn 1. Not able to do it yet. The 33 of Brandon Jones is trying to make it 3 wide. We should be able to get Ryan Reed here. I think 3 and 4 is better for us than 1 and 2. Look at that run. That's full throttle, just cutting it straight down to the bottom. And we have a great run there. Now, what can this car do to catch the guys up front? I'm not sure if it has that kind of speed, but we are in the top, well, we're not in the top 10 yet, but I think we can get in the top 10. Turn 1's starting to get a little bit tight over the bumps, so I don't know how well we're going to be over there. But 3 and 4 right now is perfect, so let's just try to make up time in 3 and 4. Here we come on Reddick. That run is insane, but I held it full throttle and we almost hit the wall there. I don't know who's pitting. That actually moves us up to 10th. I have no idea who pitted, though. Someone in the top 10 just pitted. I don't know what it was for, but we're up to 10th place now. We're going to try to get Reddick. I almost said Ryan Reddick for some reason because I was still thinking Ryan Reed. Tyler Reddick, we're going to try to get him. Let's just try to hold him here. Nope, not going to be able to hold him. Our straightaway speed is not that great at the moment, but we should be able to get him in 3 and 4. I'm going to go high on him because I know he's going to go low, and we're just going to make that pass easy. Now, where is the leader? 3.6. We have the same speed as the leader. We're not faster, but we're not catching the leader. So I think it's going to be very hard to win this race, but a solid finish will go a long way. Here we go, 3 wide on the bottom. Got to back out of it here as we're getting too tight in 1, but we are still pretty good here. Side by side with Blake Cook, and he's going to be right in our quarter panel. I'm trying to stay in the draft of Rhodes, but we're not able to as he pulls up. So we just got to stay underneath Cook right here, and we're going to be able to have got on the brakes here a little bit as Rhodes is going to not let us get below him. Didn't want to nail him in the back, so didn't want to wreck him like I did to, I don't know who I did it to, but I did it to someone earlier in the race. Already forgot the name. See, that's when memory is pretty bad. Alright, we're going to pass Blake Cook here and clear him in turn 1. Now let's go get Rhodes. Now, this is when I know I can go to the high side because I will have that speed in 3 and 4, and we will just make the pass. Now we go get William Byron, Elliott Sadler, and probably another junior motorsport car up there somewhere near the top 3. 11 laps to go. We're just past halfway in the race. We're going to be racing William Byron here. I'm going to try to set him up for 3 and 4. I was going to stay in the draft here in 1 and 2 and just ride behind him. Stay in the draft, stay in the draft. He's going to pull away down the straightaway, but we are in the draft, and now we're going to go to that high side, pull the same move that we have been pulling on most of these guys, and there we go. Unstoppable. Coming to 4 laps to go. We've not been able to gain any ground on Sadler and Clements, so I think this is probably where we're going to finish. As the tires wear, we just don't have the speed that we had earlier in the run, which was kind of expected because I was pretty aggressive on the camber, so not surprising there. We'll check the, yeah, you can see the right front tire is drained to hell, so not surprising. But we've been able to maintain with the leader, only 3.9 seconds back. We've lost about 3/10 in the last 7 or 8 laps, so we have the same kind of speed in this race, which is, I guess, good news. We just gotta get qualifying a little bit better if we want to run up towards the front, but I think 5th place is where we're going to be with 3 laps to go, and that's a very solid finish for this car, so Let's just bring this thing home. We have a run on the final lap, and we can maybe get Jeremy Clements, and side draft. Nope, we're not going to be able to get him. So we're going to be 5th, and that's where we're going to end up. Sadler got by Clements, that is what allowed us to get close to them, but maybe one more lap we could have passed them. But we will take that. 5th place, it's pretty good. Justin Allgaier, Eric Jones, Sadler, Clements, us, Blake Cook. That rounds out the top 6. There's the rest of your results. And yeah, looks like I think Brendan Gaughan was the one running in the top 10 that he pitted and I guess fell back. William Byron in 8th. I think it was Matt Tift somewhere in 7th, I think it was. So pretty good finish for a couple of guys. And now let's move on to the next race.
Good to see you racing in the Xfinity Series. Seems like just yesterday you were in your first truck ride. Good luck this season.
Pretty random. Okay. Ray Black Jr. Got a top 5. All right. Thanks. And yeah, we move on to the next race. We have not gotten a Cup Series hot seat yet. That's kind of what I'm hoping for soon. We're going to Phoenix for the next race. This one might be a struggle even with a custom setup, so it might be a little bit difficult. Let's go check on our rivals real quick. Do we have any or that's building? Cole Custer in the 00. He's kind of building there, but no one else. We've been pretty clean with everyone, except wrecking, I think, 2 guys. So it's not been terrible so far. But let's look in the Cup Series. We don't have any teams interested yet. So we have the hot seat offers there, as you can see on the main screen. But nothing that has popped up yet for a Cup Series hot seat. So we're going to move on to the next race, Phoenix. Here we go. Okay, qualifying. Oh, and I hit the wall. Well, that's going to probably cost us like a 10th or something. But 27th. So again, not terrible. I guess, you know, qualifying will still qualify somewhat near the back, but not like, you know, where we were, 35th or 40th sometimes, most of the time pretty much. So we're still pretty far off the top guys, but not bad. 27th, I feel like we could do something from there, so let's go to the race. Here we go. Green flag is out at Phoenix. Let's see how many laps we got to work with, and it is 26 again. So a good distance, and we got this car rotating pretty well already. I've set it up a little bit to the loose side as well. You can see the back end kicking it around a little bit. But at Phoenix, we need this thing to rotate as much as possible to make some passes, because Phoenix is a pretty tough place to make passes at. So here we go into turn 3. Going to get underneath Ty Dillon, make it 3 wide. Able to get back in the gas pretty quickly, and the car rotates very nicely so far. He's going to get underneath the 5 of, is that a net? I'm thinking, I think it is a net. Yep, it is a net. And Matt Tift is above him, I think. And again, our car continues to move up through the field. Elliott Sadler a little bit far back, but he is kind of struggling. And we're going to go through the dog leg again. Not gaining too much time as our horsepower is not the greatest. Ty Dillon, I see him in the mirror, kind of diving up in there. Again, we're making a lot of time through the middle of the corner as the car definitely likes to rotate. We're going to test the waters up high a little bit. Just want to see what the car can do up here. As we get a little bit loose entering the corner, over some bumps, and it's a little bit loose again. But the high side, let's try it in 3 and 4. Maybe we could do something around here. I don't know if Suarez was probably not in the way. We could probably do some stuff. I don't want to nail Suarez, so we're going to try to go through the middle here. And making up some time, but I think I like the bottom better. Don't want to make any contact with Blake Cook because I don't want to damage the front end of the car. We need to keep that clean for speed reasons. But yeah, the high side's not really, I mean, we're making up time, but it's not as good as the low side. So I'm going to try to get down to the bottom here if I can. And we can't really so far as we make contact with Tyler Reddick. Blake is going to go to the bottom, so we're just going to fill that little gap there, pinch him down. And there's Clements, going to give him a little bit of a shot, see if we can get going. But there's nowhere to go to get back to the bottom at the moment, so we're just going to have to maintain this high line. And I think we're going to go 3 wide here, or not, as we get pretty loose, and we're just going to stay here. Give Clements another shot. Still no damage. We're giving him, like, taps, so we're not getting damage to the front of the car. But still cannot get to the bottom. I want to force my way down there, but we can't do it. I'm going to try to force 3 wide here. Past Clements as Brendan Poole gets a little bit loose, and you saw him just jerk up the track a little bit. As Eric Jones also jerks up the track just a little bit, but we're able to get around him as well. This is our chance to get to the bottom. If we could just pass Eric Jones, we're going to try to force it. And there we go. We drive it in really deep, and we get so loose getting over the bumps. That's why I had to force my way down there. We almost lost it. But we were able to save it in P7, so we've made up 20 spots in how many laps? 6. All right, pretty good. Cole Custer guarding the bottom heavily, so we're just going to go to that second lane. Those bumps going into turn 1 is definitely loosening up the car, but it helps it rotate, so loose race car is a fast race car. That's what they always say. We're going to try to clear Cole in 3 and 4 and try to get to the bottom here. So there we go, and we're going to get to the bottom. We cut him off big time. Get underneath Brandon Jones. The rotation in the middle of the corner is beautiful with this setup, and we're able to get underneath him. We got prime position for turn 1. Keselowski is going to give us the gap. We're going to use that apron a little bit, drive it underneath him. He's going to be right in our quarter panel, so he's going to pull us back. And we're not going to be able to really do anything with him until we get to 3 and 4. Make a little bit of contact, and we're going to be able to pass him now. And there we go. We slide up a little bit, get back on the throttle, and pull away. We are 2.7 seconds behind the leader, and we're in 4th. I think we have the fastest car. I'm not sure, though. So let's see if we can run these guys down. Oh, yellow flag has come out. That was pretty random. We're halfway through the race. Don't know what happened, but that is going to help us. We just caught Brandon gone. We were about 2 seconds behind William Byron and Justin Allgaier. So that's definitely going to help us. We're not going to pit. We're going to stay out. But we have caught the leaders now. So let's see what we can do. We probably have around 10 laps to go. Here's the restart. Green flag is back out. Let's get through the gears as quickly as we can. We have 10 laps to go. That's what I thought. And now we just got to be careful here. We're on pretty worn tires. The right front tire is wearing out already. We were not as fast as we were at the beginning of the race, but that's kind of what we expect. We've lost a couple of spots here, kind of like what Chase Elliott usually does on restarts. Not the greatest on restarts, so my bad. I apologize about that. But Allgaier's in the way. I mean, I can't go anywhere. I mean, what do you want me to do? So we're just stuck on the high side at the moment with Allgaier in the way. Keselowski's sliding up a little bit, but there we go. Going to try to get back on the high side. And not really the horsepower we need, but we're in the draft. We try to stay there, pinch down Keselowski as much as we can. And we need to get to that bottom lane if we can. That's very close. Try to get back on the throttle. Get on the high side, Justin Allgaier. Car's getting a little bit tight. Got to back out of it here to not hit the wall. But we can block Keselowski and get into that bottom lane, which is where we want to be, up into P4. That is perfect. Now, let's not let William Byron pull away too much as the right front tire continues to wear a little bit. It's not too bad, but it is wearing more than the others, so it's not what we want. P4 with about 7 laps to go. I did not want to do that. I'm trying to get around these guys cleanly. That's going to cause a little bit of damage on the front end of the car. 6 laps to go. We don't really have that much time. Oh, Allgaier's leaving the gap. We got to take it. Car gets a little bit tight. We're going to rub him up a little bit. I'm sorry, Justin, but that's just what we got to do. It's going to cut the dog leg as well. And we have the pass made at the moment, but I don't think we're clear. We're going to have to clear him now. And now we got to go get Brandon gone as well. And I lost that little bit of bite I had in the middle of the corner, so it's getting more difficult. But William Byron's pulling away. 5 laps to go this time around. We have to get underneath Brandon gone. I'm going to give him a little bit of a tap. And that's not the clean way to do it. And Brandon Gaughan is spun out, and that's going to bring out a caution. And, well, I'll take criticism for that. And probably get a punch in the face for that. And that is my bad 100%. Oh, well, it's Brandon Gaughan. Well, this is going to come down to a green-white checkered, I think. It's either going to be 3 laps to go here at the start-finish line or 2 laps to go. And we're going to be one-on-one with William Byron here. Green flag is back out. It is a green-white checkered here. We only have 2 laps to go. So it's going to be a very important restart. Let's try to get a run on the high side. We can't really do it up here as Allgaier is going to kind of keep us at bay. And there's a little bit of contact there, and he's going to get past us as well. We gotta drive it in deep on the high side. We have no choice. And we're gonna have to fight here on the high side. And please turn. I'm begging you to turn. I'm begging you to turn. Alright, it turned. But Allgaier is still there. I can't attack William Byron from this position. White flag is out. And Allgaier is still down there. We really need to clear Justin Allgaier. And there we go. Behind William Byron. Now we gotta make the pass. I do not want to hit him. I want to do this the clean way. And I think I have an idea. I don't think he's gonna leave the bottom open. So, oh, he did leave the bottom open. I was going to go to the high side. I was going to go to the high side, and he left the bottom open. I wasn't expecting it. And because of that, William Byron's going to go ahead and win. Allgaier is going to get his way to second. I did not appreciate the way he kept hitting me, so I'm just going to smack him there at the end. But, man, we finished 3rd. I think we threw that. We could have. I thought William Byron, I was 100% sure he was going to go to the bottom in 3 and 4, and he didn't. He left the gap, and I was already committed to that high lane. and he just blocked our momentum. That was smart racing from him, kind of dumb from us, and we finished third. We lose out on some playoff points on what's going to be one of our main contenders in William Byron, so that's pretty unfortunate, but damn, what a race. William Byron wins it, Allgaier, then Electronuccios, Blake Cook, and I did not see who finished 5th. Hopefully this is in a patch update, so I can actually like go through the results myself instead of it always just repeating. Eric Ambrola, Brandon Jones, Brad Kozlowski, Dan Soares, Brendan Gaughan, and someone else in 10th. I couldn't see who it was, but those are your race results. And yeah, so let's move on here. And there you see me just nailing Justin Allgaier there at the end. I think we're over $1 million or $3 million now in the bank, and we are. Let's move on. We have 5 playoff points. Justin Allgaier has 5 playoff points, and who else? Ryan Reed has 1, but I think I can't see the top of the standings. We'll see that at the end. But William Byron should have 5 as well. So, I mean, the junior motorsport cars are going to be our rivals the entire season. Those are the guys we have to compete for the championship for. The custom setups have put the car up towards the front, so that's the good news. We have momentum, which is going to help our car speed, which is 10%, so that will help a little bit as well. And the next race we are going to, as we gained fans to 42,000, and we have a message from Harrison Rhodes. This is probably going to be something about rivalries.
You've been doing really well out there. Your team is on fire. Try to keep that momentum going.
Okay, or momentum. I only like the messages like, I don't really like them a lot, to be honest. But the Xfinity Series, our next race is Auto Club. That should be a very interesting race, and the momentum should help us out a lot there. But with the speed of our car, that's going to be, I don't know if we're going to be able to really compete for a win there, because just our straightaway speed is going to be pretty poor. But let's check the standings to see who has the most playoff points. And I think we're all tied. William Byron has 5. Allgaier has 5. We have 5. Sadler has 2. Reed has 1. And someone else. Michael Annette has 5. So look at the junior motorsport cars. Annette, he's won a race. Allgaier's won a race. Byron has won a race. And then we have won a race. So 3 out of the 4 races we've done have been junior motorsport cars. They're dominating. Just like Gibbs dominating the Cup Series, it's junior motorsport in the Xfinity Series. It should be an interesting battle for the championship. So we're going to move on there. Let's check our rivals real quick. And Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, you know, not really expected or not expected there. That's what we were doing. And we've been pretty well with the rivals so far. So guys, if you like the video, make sure to like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. The next 2 races will be Auto Club in Texas if we don't get a hot seat offer anywhere in between that from the Cup Series. And you can see the stats there if you guys are interested in that. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, comment down below, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and peace out.
I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change, even if I tried. My love, she keeps me warm.